what is important today. I'll tell you, when I got married, right, I was 38, 39, so I wanted to take my time to make sure that I'm marrying the right person. So, I haven't given her my last name yet. She's still in probation. It's a probation period. Just like when you hire an employee, you have a probation period. So we gotta see if it's gonna work out. But it's a strategy, right? And the reason I didn't do it is because my last name's Hameed, and her name's Goods. She's born in Jersey. So I use that to get loans, right? So it's a strategy. So in how I use my time and invest my time with the right people, it's a strategy. And we'll talk about that. And everything I'm going to share, you guys already know. You guys know it, and you've heard it, but you don't use it. You guys don't use it because you're so busy trying to get it. You're waking up and you're running, and you're running. And then here's a Saturday, then another Saturday. Next, 4 weeks have gone by, and you're still at the same place. But you got your bills still sitting there, and you haven't moved the needle forward. So you have to, your time management. So, look, we all seen this, right? Yeah. This is the way I work. I create like 5 tasks, and I give myself an hour to focus on one task at a time. I get more done in a day because I use this. I don't talk to the wrong people. I don't pick up the phone if I don't know you. It has to be a strategy. So I created a document years ago basically saying whoever I meet with, we have to have a game plan. So I'll send this out. Yeah, come on, pass that. Then you can take a picture of this. Okay, so again, what we're going to do here is, you know 2020 is coming, but you guys have to, one, figure out what business you really want to be in. And you got to figure out why you want to be in this business. And then you have to reverse engineer everything. So if your goal is to make $1 million or 500,000 or whatever the goal is, you have to figure out what you need and who you need and why you need them. And so we're going to go over some of this stuff here. But the marketing, look, the marketing is easy today. With social media, with so many things that are automated, and the platform that Andre has already created to target local, the key is to use it right. So what Andre is doing here is providing the education and the knowledge with people that have already been doing this kind of work and mixing it with the technology, right? So technology allows you to be in your pajamas and your underwear, having a drink and buying deals, right? Friday night, I got my little whiskey, I'm in my pajamas, and I'm looking at houses. Because the technology allows us to do that, right? So you guys can do the same thing, but it's a matter of creating your own structure and your own time management, and we're going to talk about that. But also the human resource. Like I delegate. See, I have to delegate. I delegate. You have to learn to delegate because you can't do everything by yourself. It just won't work. You're not going to be able to scale. You're not going to be able to grow. You have to delegate. You know, I have my construction crew, then I have my whole VA team, then I have my management team, I have my CPAs, accountants, and my lawyers, everything is delegated to the right people to handle the right task. And you can't delegate stuff to everybody or anybody. And a lot of us, when we start our businesses, we make mistakes by hiring friends and family because our cash flow is low. We can't afford to pay somebody $70,000, $80,000 to do certain things. But, you know, your cousin or your nephew, somebody's available, and you give them $100, $200, and you got them doing things, now you're relying on them. Okay, then they quit on you. Then you got to start over. Then you hire another wrong person. They quit on you. Next year, you spent a year dealing with the wrong goddamn people. Right? And you can't get your time back. But you also lost your money. You paid them, you trained them, you educated them, and they left and they went to your competition, or they went and started their own business. Right? So you helped pay their education and show them. So you have to really figure out, like, why do you need these people? What's the purpose of it? And then how to hire the right people. Because at the end of the day, we all know SBA does a study that small businesses are the leading economic providers for the country, right? But small businesses also lose money because they don't follow certain principles and practices, and they hire wrong. And the hiring is what causes us not to grow and scale. And so to make it simple, that's why I say, don't have people around you. Because people will, I have my company checks stolen. I've had people use my credit cards. I've had people take materials off my job sites. You know, so I've had people break into the houses, take stuff. So that's because, you know, I didn't do my own practice. And sometimes when you got 5, 6, 7 jobs going on, and you got about $2, $3 million on the street, you just run it. But what you got to do is, and what I do now, and have been doing it for years, is I put me first. Right? I'm the bank. And so I meditate every morning. The night before, I write down the 3 things that I really got to get done tomorrow. And I use my clock, and I say, okay, from 9 to 10, I'm going to focus on the IRS taxes. Then I'm going to focus on, you know, looking at this house or this contract. And then I get these things done. Then I go back and I spend time just to read or meditate. And because we're visionaries as CEOs, our job is to think down the line and to grow and to plan and to figure out when do we need to make the next move. That's our job as a CEO. But you have to have the time to do that. So one of the things that if you listen to any type of meditation, they talk about being still. You have to be still. Because the Spirit talks to us. Angels and the guides, they talk to us. But when you're asking stuff to the universe, you have to be still so you can listen and receive. So a lot of times we're asking for stuff, but we don't make the time to actually receive. Right? So all these are practices of being a successful entrepreneur and changing your habits. Because without God and the universe, I don't care how hard you work. If it's not meant for you, it ain't gonna happen. Bottom line. If it's not written for you, I don't care what you do, God's not gonna give it to you. So you have to have a strategy. So my thing is, you know, it all starts from the inner piece. You have your conscious and your subconscious mind. You have your pineal gland. Then you have your chakra. It's to take yourself to a frequency and take your energy to a level where you can feel the spirits. You can feel what you really want. And it starts from there. Because you don't need to worry about how you will get it. Right? The money, the cars, the houses, it exists. It's everywhere. It's out there. That's what we're all chasing, freedom, You know, we want money to spend time with our family, to go on vacations, and, you know, whatever we want. But the bottom line is, you know, we want health, peace, and happiness, and freedom. And we want to be able to work less and get more. Right? And you do that by having strategies. And you only focus on what is important today. Because the present moment is the only thing that matters. Right? So the more you get connected to the spirit and the energy, you have to be happy in the present moment. Everything else, it'll happen if it's meant to happen. But you have to believe that it's going to happen. And you have to have faith. And you don't have to worry about trying to always be a human and trying to force it. Right? So we have to think about those things too. Well, I won't spend too much time.